Welcome back. In this lesson, we're going to have some fun with DOM manipulation because I know that's what you're here for, and I know you enjoy working with and updating some of that DOM content. And we're going to add in some classes, update some border colors, and a whole bunch more really cool things. So we've got our correct guess here. So let's add in one other thing into that element. So we've got an input element that we're selecting, the guess input. And that means that we've got it within an object format and we can manipulate it. So we can update the style, and there's a whole bunch of options for style properties. So I'm using brackets, and they do have quite a few options here within the drop down for style properties. One of the ones that I wanted to use is the border color because it's an input, and border color is kind of neat to use within an input. So selecting that and updating that as green. And we can also update it to red if it's incorrect. Let's use a ternary operator. So we're going to call a variable create holder, and this is going to be returning back an object. So we're checking to see if temp guess is higher than whatever the value of game num is. And if it is, what we want to return back is an object as well as an object if it's not. A few different parameters here. So we've got a color value. And this value can be, so if it's higher, we can go blue, and then also maybe a message that we want to have here. And to shorten it, I'll just shorten this to M and to C. And then this is the message that we want to output to the user, if it's higher or if it's lower. So the message is going to be as lower, because remember, this is the temp guess is the user's guess. I use the same format for the object if it's wrong. So this is purple and was higher. So now we can customize the message that we're sending to the user. So we've got an object called holder. So we can use that value and we can set the value of the holder to whatever the color is that's being contained within here. So this again gives us a little bit more flexibility. And there's a number of ways that you can do this. So we're setting our border color as well. And then this is where we're adding in the message. So this is holder M is the message that we're sending. And this saves us adding in an additional condition, which could have been done as well. So let's try that out and add a guess of 5 was lower 2. Let me add some spacing in here. I always forget the spacing, so let's add that. So we'll do a guess of 5. So it's was higher, so that means that we need a higher guess. And 6 was lower 6. So let's do 6, and we guessed it correctly. So we're outputting the number, and that's probably not the best thing to do for the user. So we can also get rid of that one where we're outputting the number and maybe output in the console while we're testing. So adding that into the console log, let's refresh it and try that again. So was higher, and we see that the number is 10. So if we even go to like 11, let's see it's lower. And then when we guess the right number, we see correct, you guessed 10. So we have to do some additional handling for the game end, and there's going to be some more DOM manipulation in there where we can add a style. We're going to update this button, hide the input so that the player can start again, and then give a message that the player can try again. Also, we need to track the number of tries that the player has done in order to guess the correct value. So all of that is still coming up in the next lesson. So go ahead and add in this element manipulation values, and there's more to come coming up.